Welcome to Attican Plays Railway Empire. All right, welcome to another episode of Attican Plays Railway Empire. In this one, we are going to do the Civil War. That's campaign mission number 4. We've done 1, 2, 3. Here's number 4, the Civil War. Let's see what it has in store for us. Start with a ton of money in Louisville. Normal AI, realistic. All right, let's go see what we got.
Let's go. Time is money.
I agree, Roger. Let's get going.
In recent years, the tensions between the northern and southern states have been steadily increasing. A deep rift ran along economical, political, and ideological divides, right through the still young nation. The tone in both camps became increasingly bitter and drew a gloomy picture in which a greedy, cold-hearted North opposed a lazy, vicious South. The Union was on the brink of civil war. All eyes were on the events of the coming months.
My name is Jay Cook. I'm delighted to finally meet you. Now, I'm afraid there's a war ahead, a dispute we cannot escape. I will help President Lincoln to save the Union, and I have a very important strategic role in mind for you. I am firmly convinced that Lincoln will put a quick end to the conflict between the northern and southern states. But we must be prepared for everything. So, you must take your tasks very seriously. First of all, the Southerners need to realize that it would be wrong to bring the Union into question. For this reason, you should tend to Louisville and construct a weapons factory there. In this way, we'll have a good support near the border if the worst comes to the worst.
All right, I think he's done. So we got chemical factory here. And look down here, weapons industry. What do you know? Okay. I'm actually going to do one thing first, though. I'm going to put down another large train station because when they're the ones you own, they can get in the way. If the ones the computer owns, the businesses in the city don't bother you. You can run your stations wherever. But the ones you own actually literally can get in your way and block you. So I want to put this, I'll put it right here, right next to the train station. But now I know my lines can come out of there without any problem. So now we've got that, and let's just see what that means. It means chemicals need coal, and the weapons need chemicals, and lumber, and iron ore. Okay, so let's take a look at our map. All right, first, right off the bat, we see that they're producing lumber in Indianapolis, so we're going to want to feed them logs to make sure we get a steady supply of lumber coming in. Then we look at the map and see we need coal and iron ore. Here we go. There's coal and there's iron ore. They're both very close to us. And from playing other missions and other games, this is a really loaded area. Louisville's in a sweet spot. And we also, of course, you can see we've inherited someone's track layout. Or, yeah, existing track. So let's just see if it's a total mess. And honestly, no, it looks pretty good. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they've already got set up with, they've already got signals set. They've already got, we're inheriting a pretty nice setup. And I must say, I approve of the basic design. Very nice. Mark this one down. It's a good one for you to look at to see a good way to let them line up track. So here's Louisville. We've got a straight line to Indy for our lumber. We've got St. Louis over here, which is going to give us meat and textiles. So we'll want to pump cattle and textiles, or cattle and cotton into St. Louis. And look here, cattle and cotton, St. Louis. Isn't that nice? Then we've got, we've already got a nice warehouse set up. We can get both sugar and corn up here. We can get veggies over here. We've got milk nearby. We've got logs nearby. We've got corn nearby, and we've got other corn over here. Oh, this is a sweet, sweet setup. Okay, make them grow, produce a weapon. Let's do grow first because I think that'll be harder, and we need that to happen. So make them grow would be, go into our warehouse, max these babies. We're also going to run our logs in there. We'll run milk that's nearby and corn, I think. Let's find corn and corn. And let's max them all, and we'll do repairs there. And let's get some of them done. Set up a line here and here. Oh, wait. Before we do that, we've also got a whole bunch of research available. And if we do this one, will give us a good freight train. And this one will make all the trains cheap. And this one will make them all powerful, more powerful. And this one will reduce their maintenance. This is lovely. And this one will reduce their maintenance. And this one will help us with our price for mail. Do we have any more? And this one will increase our passengers. Okay. Wow. All right. So that's a pretty good start right there. So now let's go in and go boop, boop. Always be full. And run our freight with the dragon. And run 3 of those. 2, 3. Here to here. For veggies, always be full. Run our freight line. Now let's do, we've got corn over here. We can run it straight in. That would be the easiest. Corn goes in like this. It's a single line. We'll run a single train. That should do it. Okay, we've got corn. Let's get milk. And we get a bonus for that one. Ooh, connection bonus. Let's run it back to our warehouse and run it in. Right there's an open slot. That looks pretty good, actually. And he misses all the supplies, so we'll give him a supply tower. And run one train with milk. And then one more thing over here, logs. We've got logs. And the logs also miss the tower, so we'll give them a tower, give them signals, because we're going to run more than one train on this line. And into there. Let's do 3. 1, 2. 3. Okay. Now, now we definitely want to get our lines to our cities because they're going to make us some money. What to do, what to do. We want to double it up. Double track it back to Indianapolis. They'll hit one tower. Let's give them a second one. Set up our signals. And let's put a couple extra blocks in this one. And when I say that, I mean we're going to put in sets of signals which divide the line into blocks so that more trains can run. Because they look ahead one block to see if they're clear to go. And we'll run Indianapolis. We'll run automatic. No, sorry. Automatic because we want to get passengers, but we also want that lumber. So we will run freight lines and run 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm not shy about running trains. Oh, what have I? Oh, okay. Thought I goofed that up. All right, now let's run our line out to St. Louis. And it's this guy here, so we'll double him off of here. And we got that bridge in our way, so we're going to have to go around it. Okay. Double track it all the way to St. Louis. And a couple of towers, that's enough. We'll set up some extra blocks. Well, first of all, we'll set our directional signals. Beautiful. Now we'll give it some extra blocks by putting in sets of signals. And the way they've changed this since the beta, if you set your directional first, then when you first touch down on there, your other signals you're adding will automatically face the right direction. Sometimes you actually want them going the other way, but normally you want them to go exactly the direction like that. Okay, so let's run 8 trains between St. Louis and Louisville. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we can actually, to help Indianapolis grow and to give them their logs, we can, first of all, let's expand their station and run a line. And I've got a biggie I've got to do here. Let's run a line like that. Yeah. Okay, we're going to run a line over to the warehouse and let Indianapolis join in the fun. And that'll allow Indianapolis to get logs out of that warehouse. They can get anything else too to help them grow. They will be competing with Louisville, but Louisville will win. All right, so what we're going to do is run 4 trains back and forth from the warehouse to Louisville. That's going to get our goods in there. 2, 3, 4, and then we'll run 4 trains out to Indy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now Indy's going to have its logs plus some other stuff. Now let's make sure that St. Louis has cotton and meat and cattle. The reason we want to do that is to make sure they give Louisville a constant supply. That's basically it. We'll give them a nice passing lane there. And run a couple of trains from the cotton over here. Make sure they're full. And I just saw a chief engineer pop up. We definitely want to grab him. Let's hire the engineer. 10% increase in innovation points. He's worth his salary for sure. And let's go out here and put in, we might as well make a large station and give them fruit as well. Not sure they're going to need it right off the bat, but, and let's expand. Let's make this a repair. Expand. And let's go into shoot. Okay, it just doesn't like that line. Let's go out the other side. That'll work. Pardon me. Okay, so here to here. Forgot to make them full. Go 1, 2, 3. Now, of course, they hit bad weather, but we knew that was coming. All right, now we've got some money. Oh. Louisville's growing. Now we need to get our weapons going. Now, this corn we don't need because we're going to bring that in from, let's do the coal first. It's farther away. Run the coal. I don't want to run the coal and the ore into the warehouse because I don't want any competition, so to speak. I want them to get full attention, so we're going to run them right into one of these two slots. Are they both open? Yeah, into the farthest slot, like so. And oh, we can either go over that or we can go around it. Let's go around it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Very nice. Okay, that's our coal line. We'll double track that all the way into Louisville. Okay, that's our coal line, and we can run our iron ore line right, merge it in and run it right in there with it. So when you merge, you connect to the first one, you bump yourself over to the other one, and you check your signals to make sure they're still working right. Notice how this one isn't going back. It's now considered a two-way, so we want to tell people coming in there, do not drive this way, go the other way. So now they'll come in, cross over, and go down, which is what we want. And we'll do a return. Return lane will be like so. And we want you, when you come down to merge, want you to go as far as you can and then go on. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Fill up. On a freight train. And go. Uh-oh. Fill up, go to Louisville. One, two, let's do three. And then we'll go over here to our iron ore. Run full. And again, we'll do three. There's no magic in three, just seems like a good number for that distance route for now. And we can double check it. So we've got Louisville is growing. We've got a weapons factory that we're going to expand. And we'll expand it again when we can't actually. It's time to go get some more money. 1, 2. Okay, so we should be able to produce weapons. We should be able to grow Louisville. So what we're going to do now is expand while we have the opportunity. Before they give us more tasks to do, and I'm sure there's more coming, we're going to go out here and pick up some more towns. Let's pick up Cleveland, or Toledo, then Cleveland. Then Chicago. We'll pick up as many as we can. So we've got 2 free lines here. That one right there is free. Now, why are we picking these up? Because they're there. They will make money for us. It's worth it. If you got the money, if you can make these lines and run trains on them, they will pay for themselves fairly quickly. And they bring you that nice, they boost your revenue so that you don't have to wait so long as you're doing your builds. I'm out of order, out of order. Set your directions first. Then set your extra blocks. And see that? Well, no, it's pointing the right way. Even if it's pointing the wrong way, it wouldn't kill us. Wouldn't stop anything because it doesn't have the red flag on it. However, it wouldn't serve a purpose either. Okay, so let's run 6 trains between Indy and Chicago, or Toledo, excuse me. And they're going to be a combination of freight and passenger. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go out here to Cleveland. I think Cleveland's the end of the line. Yep. So a small will do. Small station, that is. Use these regular size ones because they give you 2 lines and you can connect the city in out either end, so to speak. This is going to be a short line, so we'll do 4 trains. So all we need is a tower and directional signals. Oh, and this is nice. They'll actually grow one another. This line really will make money because even we're not going to pay it any attention probably unless they tell us to do something up there. 2, 3, 4. But because you've got a city producing meat and a city producing beer, they probably will grow one another fairly well. Now we'll go up to Chicago. Grab it. Well, we still have the opportunity. Connected up to Indy. I think there's a slot open in Indy. Yes, there is. I think it's that one. Yep. That's a beautiful, wow, that's a beautiful straight line right there. Surveyors would be proud of that one. This one's a little longer. Let's run 6 trains. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's go get Rock Island.
You now own a weapons factory. You will now be able to intervene in the battles, indirectly at least. Remember to expand the factory, if necessary, to increase its production.
Okay, we can see there that is this going to be the end of the line for us? No. Louisville continues to grow, and we continue to expand. We'll go out the other end here for Chicago. Go over to Rock Island, wherever it is. That's 4 here. We're starting to get a pretty fur piece from our homeland. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to Des Moines. Why not? This is a nice flat land up here. It's easy to build these tracks. Easy to make money.
Damn it, it has happened. War. Now we can only hope that the flames of war do not blaze up into the north, and we will do something about it.
Uh-oh, wartime.
Thanks to the expansion, Louisville has reached a considerable size. This has made the city a strategically important point in the war, as goods can be delivered efficiently to the front line from here.
Jonathan Johnson's the name, and I have my eye on you. Don't ever dare set foot or tracks in the South. This is my territory, and I'll deal with the network myself.
The president is satisfied. We've driven back the Confederate troops. Now we need to advance, and for that, we need to be able to deliver supplies. Your task now is to expand the rail network into the South as quickly as possible. Incorporate the existing lines into it. Tennessee is strategically crucial for the further course of the war. We've established military camps in Nashville and Memphis. Deliver weapons to them, and do so as quickly as you can. Battles are raging south of Louisville. We have to push back the Confederate troops. Until that happens, you won't be able to expand the rail network in that direction.
Got out of order there, didn't I? Okay, that's enough expansion. We got to get busy. 12 loads of weapons. Okay, we need to transport them. I think what we're going to do to transport them, would let us come down here. Let's build a warehouse. It doesn't really tell us where to take them. Let's build a net warehouse down here near Nashville. Maybe not quite over the river. Down here. And let's build a line. We still have a free line right here. Out to our warehouse. Let's set up a train. And by the way, I hit the warehouse first because I wasn't sure exactly which train line I'd actually hooked up to. We're going to tell these guys, get yourself loaded up with weapons. And go to that warehouse.
Even if we are in the midst of the turmoil of war, we cannot forget that it will one day be over. And then we will work together with the southern states and be a whole once again. Our president will do it.
And
Of
the
that,
thing is,
I'm sure.
We're full. Our weapons industry is just now starting to kick back up because we're going to be shipping, and we need $1 million to boost him again. But now we should have weapons.
When the war broke
He's
out,
got
there was
everything
no
he
time
needs.
to lose.
He's got
Shortly
everything
before
he
that,
needs.
I had opened my own bank in Philadelphia. And so important politicians leapt right at me to finance the war with treasury notes.
We've got 14
Now it is
in
said that he
stock.
who buys treasury notes proves he is a true patriot. 2,500 workers are in my service, selling them throughout the
It's
land.
taking so
This is also my service to our country.
Oh. God, Danny. Total screw up there. I've got to tell the warehouse. Oh, come on, Danny. To take those babies. And we want to repair there. And speaking of that, we want repairs here. And here. Okay, now we can start shipping train loads. There we go. Now it's one is taking two. All right, good deal. Good deal. Now we're going to be shipping out to this warehouse. Then we'll see what they want us to do with them. Hopefully that'll count as shipping because they didn't tell us to take them any place. And you know what? We can run a line to Nashville while we're at it. We got this station here just dying to have stuff coming out of it. Is that right? Yeah, it is. There we go. Let's get us a passage.
Knoxville and Jackson can now be reached. Connect them to your rail network as quickly as possible and deliver weapons to the cities. It won't be long now until the fighting flares up there.
Knoxville.
There are now
and
also
Jackson.
induction stations in Chicago, St. Louis, and Columbia. For this reason, the number of passengers to Knoxville and Jackson has increased. Make sure they all arrive on time. The president is worried that your
So,
trains will be
first of all-
attacked repeatedly in the future. The Confederates want to sabotage our supplies.
Slow down. One, two, three, four, and let's go. They said Knoxville. Knoxville. First thing we want is Knoxville to that warehouse. And we don't want to go across that mountain, I don't think. Let's just see. Oh, 900,000. Costs us $465 to go that way. If we go around, $175. I think I see which way I like better. And we can plug into the warehouse.
The recruits have arrived in Knoxville and Jackson. That is a massive boost for our troops.
This doesn't really need to be double tracked. We're just going to run a couple of trains. Fact, we'll put some supplies just in case. And let's try running this single line and see what happens. Go from here to here. Well, of course you're going to do that. Okay, this first part's getting kind of long, so let's cut it off right here, and we'll come back and continue with part 2. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Railway Empire video. Thank you.